Here we go.
School's in session.
Silly goose, silly goose.
I'm a silly goose.
Silly goose, you silly goose. Well, what you waiting for, you silly goose?
You think when Geese is hanging out and they're having a goofy time, they're having a silly human time?
Welcome to the Academy.
Did we already start?
This is gonna be fun.
Silly.
Goose Academy.
Like that we can see ourselves from there.
Yeah, it's like a monitor. Hello. Welcome.
Hello again.
Hello again.
We're back.
You thought you got rid of us? Think again. The year is 2021 and we're back, baby.
Season 2.
Here we go.
We took a 2-month break? It wasn't even that long.
What is the month we're in now? February? Yeah.
February's almost over at this point.
It's probably like 2.5 months.
So how have you been?
You know,
I
funny
know.
you should ask. Just this last weekend, folks, she finally did it. Your girl pegged. After years of seeking out this thing, I did it.
This was like your destiny.
Yeah. Tolan asked if I felt any different after, and as ridiculous as it sounds, I feel like complete. Like, I feel like that was such a chunk of my personality and like this missing piece of that, like, should be something I did and do. And I did it, and I was like, oh yeah, prophecy is fulfilled. She a pegger.
You done did it.
I did it.
So does that make you just like a peg person now?
What do you mean? I mean, I think I've always been a peg person before even pegging.
You never done it before. So.
No. I mean, it's not something that like you do every time you have sex.
All I cared about, honestly, is that you fulfilled your promise and you texted me right after it happened. What was it right after?
Well, not immediately because I did go back in for more sex. But
you promised
I left the apartment. I left the crime scene, if you will. Got into my Uber.
Was there blood involved and weapons?
No, but fluids. So I got into my Uber and I texted Tolan in all caps, "The deed is done." And he knew exactly what I meant because there's only one deed to be done.
I was already asleep because, we turn in early these days.
Right. Who else is up on a Saturday night these days?
I wasn't. I think we watched some kind of thing about wild Australia.
Oh.
I went to bed. Turned it in at a
Honestly, that sounds like a pretty solid Saturday night.
What else is there to do?
I mean, peg.
Well, not all of us are, demons.
I know. And risking their lives in a pandemic. I will say I did have a bit of a COVID spiral the next day. And STD maybe as well, but less of that.
Wait, so what was your vetting process for this?
Okay, so I do want to give a shout out to our good friend Nick, who helped us set up the podcast as well. But shout out to Nick because I was on my IG story last week, close friends only, and was kind of just like complaining how I wish there was a Grindr for straight people because I'm banned from Tinder for a funny reason.
Wait, what?
And the look that Mandy just gave me from across the room. I'm banned from Tinder from promoting my OnlyFans.
Oh, they don't let you
They don't let you promote. Like, I should have known this. You can't promote anything. Like, if I said like donate to anything, like you can't sell a good or like advertise anything.
I guess that makes sense.
Right. But I've tried so many times like using different account names and things to make another account and they won't let me.
Not as scandalous as I was hoping.
I know it's really not fun.
Continue.
So that I was like really bummed because Hinge has just been like not what I'm looking for these days. Which is of course someone to peg. So Nick responded to my story and was like, I think you'd really like Field. So shout out to Field, which is a great app that kind of shows, or you kind of just like make your profile based on like your sexual orientation and then sexual preferences. So like you're putting in things that you like to do or want to do. Mm-hmm. And it's not like basic dating app profile where it's like, where you went to college, height, where you live, blah, blah, blah. Like those things do not matter.
Do you have to put like a funny like little slogan? Like
No. A lot of people have a lot of different things. You could truly make it whatever you want. It's a very like open space for any type of people to just kind of find whatever they're into. So truly the perfect app for me. I can't believe I never even knew about it before this. So that was Friday. Saturday morning, I woke up with a message from this couple that I had matched with. Oh yeah, plot twist. The guy I pegged, I pegged him while I was having a threesome with him and his girlfriend.
Right. It was a threesome.
Yeah. So I also had a threesome, which is like, two birds, one stone, just like the coolest sexual activities ever. So Saturday morning, I wake up with a message like, what are your plans this weekend? And I was hanging out with friends that day, but I was like, oh, I'm not doing anything tonight. And he was like, great. My girlfriend has a dinner tonight, but let's meet up after. So I fully got drunk with my friends that day, like mentally prepared for a threesome. Went home, grabbed my strap on, 2 dildos, I wanted to give him options for sizes or her. I didn't know who was going to take it. And did the damn thing. I'm honestly proud of myself. Like it's huge. It's really fucking cool.
You haven't stopped smiling since you walked in.
Because it's also so fresh. Like, oh my God, yesterday, it's Tuesday now. So Monday, everyone comes back from work and on the Zooms, everyone's like, how was your weekend? And everyone's like, oh, just stayed in. And I was like, I had a life-changing weekend, but I can't tell anyone.
Yeah, you should have told the company.
Yeah, they'd love to know that.
Which we can't say where you work.
No. But yeah, so that's like a huge update for me.
What do you do now? What is in store for Amanda now? Is the question everyone's asking.
It's so funny you say that because then when I got like Sunday and yesterday, I haven't even been on the app. I'm like, I need to just like marinate in this mode a bit before I start like talking to other people. Definitely I can't see anyone else for a while because, COVID and things. So I got to give it some breathing room between meeting up with people. But
what was the couple like? Like what did you pick?
Well, they picked me, honestly. I was matched by them, and they both were like, he was not my type. She's a girl, so not my type, but she was like hot enough where I'm like, yeah, I could fuck her. He was not my type though, but they're around our age and just like a basic couple looking to have a threesome.
Basic white couple.
The whites, yeah, basic whites.
The whites.
Shout out
to the whites.
Keeping it real. Just kidding. But yeah, so I met up with them. I didn't just meet at their apartment. We did meet up for drinks, and they also were like wanted to meet for drinks to vet me as well. So that was also a good vibe I got. Because when people are like, just come over, I'm like, well, let's first meet in a public place, please.
Right, so they can't like stab you.
Yeah, and also just like, I don't know, if I didn't vibe with them, I wouldn't have gone through with it. Like if I got a weird vibe from them or was like truly turned off.
Just in the future, I think we're gonna need a table because I don't know what to do.
I know. I feel like also like my posture.
I feel like I'm totally trying to like make like a.
This space is a work in progress. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. Eventually, we'll get the budget, the equipment we need.
Yeah. But we met for drinks at an outdoor bar. Hashtag COVID friendly.
Did you? What? Yeah. You're really risking it.
Yeah, but you gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Dr. Fauci would be ashamed of you.
Okay, and he should be, but I'm willing to accept that shame for what it got me. Because now I'm a pegger. I'm sorry. You can't bring me down. You can't rain on my parade, Fauci. If I get COVID, it'll be worth it.
You think?
No. As I was saying that, I was like, I don't, but honestly.
Risk the lives of your friends and loved ones. How do you feel? How do you feel about that?
A lot of my friends are vaccinated already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not vaccinated, but Mandy is vaccinated.
That's really fucking nice. Yeah, I'm not vaccinated. If anything, I'm diseased sexually.
Are you sure?
No.
I mean, you showed
when I got. I was telling Sam, my roommate, the next day about it, and she was like, "Did you wear a condom, or did you use a condom?" Obviously,
she's such a grandma.
Well, no, also because I have a horrible track record, and I do need to use condoms. And I was like, "You can't use a condom in a threesome," like because I did make a point to be like, "I'm gonna start using condoms when I have sex with strangers or new partners." But you can't throw a condom in the mix when you're having a threesome. There's too many things happening. Like, also, a dick was in me for probably like the least amount of time during the whole thing. So,
so
it's fine.
What was the guy like? Because he was truly your target. The girl was just kind of like an added,
I didn't know he
variable.
would be. So it was like halfway through the night. Well, I had told them that I brought a strap on, and they both seemed very excited by that. So I was like, okay, cool. But in my head, I was like, if I can only use it on the girl, no, that doesn't, like, I'm not going to count that as like pegging for me, but like, that'll still be a cool thing to do. But then when it came time to, I was like, okay, so who wants to take it? She was like, I kind of want you to fuck him. And he was like, yeah, I would let you do that. And I was like, fuck yeah.
But you couldn't say that. What was
I mean, I think I was very excited. No, but I was playing it cool.
Yeah. So what'd you say instead? Where you're like, well.
I was like, well, great. Do you want to start with the small one or the big one?
All right. Was he a good sport?
He was a great sport about it. Oh my God. Amazing. Couldn't have asked for a better person to lose my pegging virginity to.
Speaking of losing your pegging virginity, I heard you got a frog.
Why is that speaking of pegging? Don't associate my cute little froggies with this sexual act.
It's called the segue.
It's called the segue, folks, and Tolan is the master of it. Yeah, also during a bit of a pandemic spiral, I decided to adopt frogs.
Oh,
LOL.
adopted.
I bought them from a pet store.
What, you didn't adopt? You didn't adopt
You can't
a frog?
adopt frogs. But I did get 2 tree frogs. Because, Tolan.
Why?
Because I wanted a pet, and it's not realistic for me to have a cat or a dog right now, and frogs seemed like the next best thing. I have room for them to be in my room. They're low maintenance. They're cute.
Did they make? Don't they make like noise?
They don't make noise. Not bullfrogs.
They
make
eat
noise.
bugs.
Okay,
You gotta bring bugs into your home.
I'm glad you brought this up. The live crickets is probably the biggest thing for me. I didn't think I would keep the frogs, honestly, after the first few days, because I was like, I don't know if I could keep live crickets in my room.
Fucking loud.
Well,
it's obnoxious.
Okay, so currently I keep them in a glass jar in a box under my bed, so out of sight, out of mind. But the first week I had them, I was given the crickets by the pet store, and they just gave them to me in a plastic bag. And when I came back, like from the pet store and was setting up my room, I could hear them crawling in the plastic bag, like in my corner. And I was like, oh my God. And I couldn't sleep for nights because I would just hear these crickets crawling against this plastic bag. And I was like, I can't, this is going to make me get rid of the frogs. Like, it's not worth it to have frogs to also have fucking 20 crickets in your room at a time.
At the time.
At the time.
I got 20 crickets at a time. Sorry.
But I really, these froggies stole my heart. And
wait, so you got more than one?
Well, they're social creatures, so if you can get more than one, you should. And there were 2 at the pet store. They were already in the tank together. I was like, all right, give me both of them. And they are so cute. And now that I've figured out the whole cricket thing, and that I can like feed them without being grossed out and feel comfortable in my room again, I'm very happy with my choice. And they're so cute. And they're named Baba and Ganoush.
Baba and Ganoush?
Yeah.
I actually like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Baba and Ganoush.
Yeah. And they really are. They live up to the name. They've got such personalities.
How long do they live?
About 12 years.
Oh my God.
Okay. They have a lifespan of 12 years. They could get sick.
I feel like
whoever lives to their lifespan, you know? I'll have them a few years.
It's true. It's true.
You know?
Who does live to their lifespan?
But yeah, I was kind of like, this is kind of a bit of a commitment.
12 years?
Well,
for an affectionless animal?
That is true. But it brings me...
If they pee on you, don't you get warts? Or is that toads?
That's a fairy tale.
I don't know if that's fairy tale.
It might be toads. It's not these frogs. They peed on me.
Can we fact check that, please?
Ganoush peed on me the first time I tried to hold him. And it came out like a little water gun. It just shot right at me on the leg.
Yuck.
But it was just a little squirt of water. I just washed my pants.
I'm afraid you're
becoming a weird frog.
I feel like you're going to kill these toads. I mean frogs. Sorry.
It's okay. It's... Thank you.
Oh. Well, we're all here to learn at the academy.
But...
Stand corrected.
You think I'll kill them?
They're
so easy to keep alive.
I question your ability to keep them alive.
Okay, well that's rude. but also fair.
Friends are just honest with each other.
Yeah, every plant I've brought into my room has died, so I'm not very good at keeping things alive.
There's one thing I've learned about plants from watching from afar is they're complicated.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah. So, and kudos to everyone who can keep plants alive. You know, I don't know what you're doing, but I ain't doing it. So, but it was actually really funny when I got the frogs. I was telling my therapist about it, and I was like, I was just like really, because also it was a fucking spontaneous and random thing I did. It was not really like this thing I had planned for a long time, but I was just telling her about it just to be like, here's a new update. I have pet frogs now. Because I was just like really bored during the day, just like working, and I love having like something to take care of. And she was like, wait, can we just stop and acknowledge how crazy it is that you actually have a desire to take care of something? And I was like, have you been keeping track that I'm a selfish bitch for the last few years? Have you noticed that? It was very funny.
Classic therapist.
It was so funny though. I was like, yeah, I guess I don't like to take care of
Do you think
others.
your therapist has listened to the show?
No, she has no idea I do it.
Why are you so secretive about this?
There are certain parts of I'm not going to tell my therapist I pegged.
I feel like that's like one of the... You're telling America that you've pegged.
America. We're international.
You're telling the world.
Uh-huh. There are some things.
There's an element now with the camera.
No, but I think that's fair. And, you know, therapists go in community. Check me if I'm wrong. But I feel like there's certain things that you don't... Not like that you hide from your therapist, but there's certain things that I don't
I feel like you're not supposed to hide things from your therapist.
No, but we do.
I try.
Not like... I'm not hiding the fact that, like, I don't know, nothing that affects my mental health that I feel like I need to go through with her. I feel like I don't need to tell her that I, like, do this.
I mean, it's your time.
Yeah.
You know, you're paying for it, so do with it what you
I don't know. I think also, like, it would just then be, like, I don't know. Like, I don't need her to tell me that I crave attention. I know I do. That's why I'm doing this. And that's why I want to, like, be, you know, like, it's only going to get to things that I know. I mean, maybe not, but I don't think there's like deeper shit to like me wanting to do a podcast with my friend because we both crave attention.
I think you're hiding things. You're hiding things from your therapist.
I'm not.
I think there are things you don't want to talk. You know, you're just hiding from you're hiding from yourself.
I'm not. I'm very open with myself and my therapist. But I found it very funny that she was quick to check me that I'm not good at taking care of others. And yet I got frogs, probably the least complex thing to take care of. And that was huge for me.
What is there? So, like, how often do you have to feed them?
Like twice a week.
Not so bad.
No, not
You don't
bad
have
at all.
to walk them.
You
should get like a little string, a little leash, and walk your frogs.
Yeah, they don't like
down
moving.
the street.
They're a bit nocturnal, but they don't move a lot. They stay perched. But they're fun when you get them going. They're a good time. Have you seen my videos of them?
No. Yes.
They're so fun.
I don't know why I said no, but I did see them.
Why
I just
hiding
didn't.
From me? Why are you hiding from me, Tolan? Open up. Come on.
You're not my therapist.
I can be. Okay.
And we'll be right back. So what are we? What we were here for a reason. We're here to talk about space.
SpaceX.
SpaceX. What's happening? I'm not aware of what I'm doing with my body.
Stop playing with your crotch.
Mandy just pointed out to me that I'm like diddling around with my. You know what it is? Is that like
we're talking about frogs? Someone's getting a little moist. Ribbit.
Space and frogs really gets me going. It's just you know when you've just worn particular sweatpants for many a time and you've
absolutely
the amount of times it's been washed. It's got like those little like
pillies,
yeah.
Pillies, like little pills,
little pills of fabric.
Pilling
you
up.
see it.
Yeah.
The camera sees it.
Yeah.
Camera sees it.
Camera sees it.
Oh my god,
we're loopy.
Ooh. Anyway, SpaceX. So this actually came to my attention.
Sounds like you said space sex.
Space,
which okay,
no SpaceX.
No.
SpaceX. Okay.
First of all,
yeah.
let's explain what it is.
Yeah. I mean, if you were watching the Super Bowl and you watched all the commercials, which I think most people did, they ran an ad for this. So SpaceX is basically going to be the first ever commercial flight to space. Basically.
Well, SpaceX as a whole company is basically Elon Musk's initiative to like make regular civilians like go to space and not just like astronauts. But SpaceX is now having this Inspiration 4, which is a project where it's the first time that like non-astronauts, like everyday civilians, can go up in space for 5 days and orbit the Earth. And they go through training, but basically to win, like you have to win the raffle to get it. And basically whoever gives like the most money in donations to St. Jude's gets picked.
For your chance to go to space.
Right, which...
So you're paying to go. Yeah, but it's also, the money's going to St. Jude's, so I appreciate that. And
you have to be over 18, and you have to... There's
you
like
got to be shorter than 6'6", and you can't weigh more than 250, I think, to like go through the training and everything. So they're fat shaming you.
Fat shaming. Well, I mean, since we're on the subject, did you look at the crew of everybody that's going into space?
I didn't.
They're all
white,
rich white old men.
Yep, because that's
shout out to rich white old men.
Okay, but also I think those, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like those are the only human beings who actually like want to try and like live in space or like go to space recreationally.
I mean, let me be perfectly frank. I would never ever do this.
Exactly.
I would
no
never,
fucking normal person would. Only a billionaire who like has like kind of done everything on Earth and is like, I've gotten everything I wanted. I do crazy things. Let me party up in space. Because my whole thing is, and even like when I was first reading about this, because it's like, it's just 5 days, a thing around the Earth, like initial, like first split second, I was like, oh, I could do that. And then immediately I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
No. First of all, I would hate to go in space because I'm claustrophobic, and I feel like that just like being in a shuttle with so much space is like fuck
and also
out of here.
There's no air.
No air. No resources. Like you're coming up with what you got. Also, like, what if you see something up there? Like even if it's just like another like country space shuttle or something, like I feel like if I saw something else up there, you're fucked forever. Yeah. You're fucked forever.
There's
or like if something happens where you crash with another shuttle and then you I'm not equipped to have that happen to me.
No, dude, there's so many things that can go wrong. There are so many things that you have to constantly be aware of at all times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, if you do go on this trip, so you have, like, the main people, like, the main crew.
You have your astronauts.
The rich, like, the rich folk. The guy who's funding the project is going up there.
Yeah.
Like, and the citizens that they, like, the citizens that they
the
select,
civilians they're calling us.
The civilians that they select, like, are going to have to go through, like, these
intensive training, yeah.
They chose, by the way, I don't know, they chose, since it's, like, a promotion kind of also for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, they wanted to choose somebody like who has survived cancer, so they chose this one girl, right? She had bone cancer, right? And space is not, I don't know if that's a good idea,
right? It's like the first woman with bone cancer in space. It's like maybe there's a reason no one with bone cancer has gone to space.
When astronauts are in space for a long time, their bone density decreases.
Again, 5 days. 5 days is the trip.
Oh, it's only 5 days?
Yeah. But also, okay, here's another thing. Another food for thought about this.
Yeah.
Because I'm only looking at it in like disaster mentality. Let's say it goes amazing and it's a great experience and like seeing the Earth from that perspective is crazy and like life-changing. It is in fact going to be life-changing. You come back down to Earth, nothing will fucking matter ever again because you've just seen the planet we're on and we're just fucking floating through space. How do you bring yourself to care about anything after that? If I think about space for too long right now, I'm like, oh, nothing matters. We're literally just catapulting through time and space. If you actually see that and have like lived through that, how do you do anything after that? How do you do it? How do you talk to anyone and not talk about that after that? You no longer can participate in normal conversations because you constantly just have to talk about that.
I mean, I don't know if it's, I mean.
You think if you went to space and came and saw the Earth from every fucking angle for 5 days, and that was just all you had. You were just in that shuttle with this group of people going through that, seeing our planet, you're going to come back and not talk about that every day. Not think about that for the rest of your life.
You can start a whole business around it on that. Start a podcast, start a whole thing. It's based on doing that. Exploit it to the max.
Imagine. And like, yeah. Another thing with like, because also when I went to the website, like the whole like tagline for SpaceX and like Elon Musk's whole philosophy thing is like trying to make humanity multi-planetary.
I mean, what future do you want? A future where we're ever confined to Earth, or a future where we are out there among the stars?
Like he's trying to get us to like live on Mars and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
Here's because that also ties into like, I don't know if you guys have seen the video of NASA landing their rover, it's called Perseverance on Mars.
I've not.
Which is fucking incredible, you know, like, but the main purpose of that rover is to find signs of life. So I just feel like we're just giving up. I feel like we're just giving up on Earth.
I kind of, it's definitely really fucking cool that they're trying to make Mars livable, but like Earth is currently not livable, and you're a billionaire, and you could channel this into making Earth livable. And let's like not fuck up another planet while we're actively fucking up this one. Like I think we have to like we got to stay in our lane. We have Earth. Let's fucking deal with that.
But Mars isn't livable. It's a
they
fucking
found water though.
Yeah,
there's running water on Mars.
Yeah, but the weather, it's constant sandstorms. Yeah. It's hot as fuck. Earth is made specifically.
Right.
It's perfect.
Right.
But
it's perfect.
It's perfect. You know, it's fuking designed for life, and like I feel like we're just like fuck this. Like,
absolutely.
You know what? Who cares?
I don't need it.
I feel like we realize that the people of Earth are just not.
It's truly just a billionaire's game. It's like, oh, let's see what other planet we can inhabit. It's like, no, dude.
I don't know.
Stop it.
Yeah, stop that.
Stop that and give us food.
Go clean the ocean.
Our countries don't have food.
Go clean the ocean, please.
But another thing that kind of ties into this, when I saw that, I was immediately kind of triggered because another update in my life. This past week, I've watched all the Marvel movies in order.
In order?
Yeah.
Of their release date or like chronologically?
Chronologically in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Jesus Christ.
It's 22 movies. I did it in a week because pandemic. Mandy's face again. No, I am not well. Remember, I just bought frogs.
Is that, did you get frogs after or before that, or in between?
Frogs were before that, but frogs were the start of my decline, and that was the peak of it. But also, who's to say? Because I also pegged in the middle of that binge, so fuck yeah, nerds.
Am I going to have to hear about this pegging thing every single...
No. This is so fresh. Come on, let me have it now.
Okay, fine.
It'll be done after.
It's been like a week.
It's been 3 days.
Oh, sorry. Time. What is time?
So anyway, I've just watched all the Marvel movies, and it's very space heavy and very much like wars within different universes and planets. I don't need that to start. I'm happy to watch a whole movie series where that's the plot. I don't need that to now be, because if we start going out into space, shit's gonna start coming to us.
Well, maybe.
Okay, but even if not, like,
who's to say things have already come and
who's
gone?
to say? I am in that party that believes that contact has already been made of some sort. I mean, there's got to be.
I mean, Nancy Pelosi looks like an alien. No, I don't have anything against. Just
no, I know.
She looks like an alien.
Okay. Well, what do you think an alien looks like? This is also very full circle to the first episode of our podcast ever. We're really tying in our first episode.
Right. We were talking
about jerking off in space, no? And if we fuck an alien?
Of course we were talking about that on this show.
You know, your girl's got a brand, and sorry.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, I will not apologize for it, actually. But... I think there's other stuff out there, and I think if we try and have, like... we're not going to have a human race if we try and expand it to other planets. Like, you can go and live on Mars, but then you're done from us. I don't think we could have it be a cohesive human race. I think then you're a Martian and we're a human. I'm not down
to go into space.
Right. Is that now like very racist of me where it's like, don't cross our border. You cannot come here.
Stay in Mars. Don't come here to Earth.
Yeah. But like you're choosing to leave this existence. So go.
Dude, the weather.
Si
I would never. I can't even go on a cruise, let alone go.
No, dude, I feel you. Yeah.
To a fucking into space.
The first thought that like that split second where I like was kind of like, oh, I want to do that. I just want to like see every country from up above. Like I think seeing like the globe, because the globe is not accurate, and we've seen so many maps and they're not accurate. Yeah. So I think it would be really fucking cool to like just see it for actually what it is, but I can't, and I don't want to. I never want to fucking be in space.
Yeah, I mean, look, I feel like this is also an opportunity, since you bring this up, that I think an opportunity that they missed out on, for who they're bringing to space. They should have brought some flat earthers.
Wow,
you know what
Tolan.
I mean?
Cheers me on that one, dude. That's a fucking idea. Elon Musk, if you're listening, and I know you are, send the fucking flat earthers to space, you coward.
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah, you coward.
You won't. You won't.
What are you afraid of? No, seriously.
Oh my god, no, that I would support.
Just end.
One conspiracy theory just gone and done.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I support that. Those are the people I'd send to space. And astronauts, keep going up there for science.
Just send like the main
right.
one.
Who's in charge currently of if anyone out there knows a flat earther or has a connection to the flat earthers, if you got a guy or girl at the top.
Kyrie Irving. Let's send Kyrie Irving.
Is he a flat earther?
He tried to walk back.
We gotta stop it. No, we gotta stop giving like professional spotlights to flat earthers. We have to vet people before we hire them to our professional sports team. Before we hire them for movies, we gotta vet them.
Who are they hurting with their? It's one of those conspiracy theories.
They're giving
that
group of people strength. They are strength. They're giving them a leader, a public figure to say, "Hey, I'm a fucking professional basketball player, and I'm with you."
Yeah, but he's Kyrie. You know anything about Kyrie?
Nothing.
He's like turning into like the Kanye West of basketball. He refers to himself as an artist now. He burns sage in the stadium.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
To expel demons or whatever it is he does.
He
says he has a Native American heritage, which I don't know whether that's true or not. I haven't looked into it, but
I don't like the flat earth thing. See, the flat earth, like conspiracy theorists, if you subscribe to a conspiracy theory, which I think to an extent probably everyone does, but the flat earth thing is really hard for me. It's really fucking hard for me to like then further respect you or listen to you as a human. It's just so plainly wrong. It's so wrong. You have nothing on your side of the argument.
Is it for you like a complete like it's a red flag definitely, but is it like a total deal breaker? Like,
in terms of what?
What if
like talking to a person?
Let's say if you're like on a date with someone, right? And they're just hitting like all the check marks, right?
No.
Like throughout the night.
Dating wise,
right?
Absolutely not. Am I letting flat earther slide? No.
It's just the one thing.
No.
It's just the one thing.
No.
Like
that's a huge one thing. I
don't think it's that big a deal.
What? Are you? No, you say that now, but you're not.
It's that big a deal. I'm not saying I believe it. Obviously, I'm not a fool.
Okay, but wouldn't it?
Like, there's a difference
wouldn't
between
you then
that.
Question though everything else about that person?
Well, what if their logic is really sound on everything else? Yes. Right?
Yeah.
But it's just they have that one thing that they're just not budging
then
on.
I would be so confused as to why that one thing just didn't click for them, and it would be a no for me, dog.
It'd be no. Okay, I get you.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
I feel like you got to make compromises sometimes.
Okay, all right. Let the record show I'm willing to make compromises, but not when it's a fucking flat earther.
I mean, okay, I'm a person of forgiveness, and I'm willing.
What does this have to do? Mandy is making the most disgusted face. Rightly so.
Listen.
I feel like you might as well be a white supremacist.
Oh, I think that's too harsh. I think it's too harsh.
I don't know. It's kind of up there. Your brain isn't working correctly.
I feel like a flat earth thing is like a silly thing to think.
Exactly. But they truly believe it.
It's not the same as like being like an anti-vaxxer where it's actually it's dangerous and harming people. What's the danger in believing the world is flat? What's the danger?
Just okay, not physical danger, but like you're then perpetuating that idea, and that's false information. If you're perpetuating lies, you are danger to society. We just saw that be true for the last 4 years.
Well, listen. It's up to the individual to.
But I don't think if you're a flat earther, you're of an individual like mindset where you're like, let me look this up and find my own research. You're very much of the cult mentality where you're like, I don't know, but they said this, and how could you believe that? Like the moon landing was fake. It was a Photoshop picture.
Yeah, but you see things, I can't take those people seriously.
Exactly.
But you're taking them seriously. You're taking it too serious.
Oh my God.
You just slapped your knees.
Yeah, because of you. Ay, bye-bye. What, Sheba? I know.
It's a harmless.
It's
no
not
harm, no
harmless.
Foul. You just look at you. Someone said that to you. You go,
No, totally.
Oh,
Okay,
my.
no. If Sheba, if I was in the presence of someone who was a flat earther and they like outed themselves as that, I'm not gonna get all hot-headed and be like, oh, blah, 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 you're perpetuating ignorance. I would truly just laugh and be like, oh, ha ha ha, I will no longer associate myself with this person.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Okay. But why is it not fair enough that in a dating circumstance, that's my red flag and that's my deal
I was just asking questions, okay?
Okay.
I was just asking you some questions. It was nothing more, nothing less.
What would be your deal breaker if everything else was perfect and just that one thing was
like
there?
a conspiracy?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, anti-vax is pretty up there.
Yeah,
it's one that I just it's like.
Yeah, that's.
I was talking about this with Mandy the other day, and she brought up the point. It's like, what do these vaccination companies like? They have so much more to lose if the vaccination doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like, or if it like has adverse effects, or like
right.
if it causes more harm than good. Like, that's if you think that their incentive is financial gain, like it actually works in the opposite of their favor for it to not work, or like just make you take it for no reason.
Right. And for those, if that didn't get picked up on the mic, Mandy confirmed that if the side effect is death, they get nothing. But if the side effects is still just like other sickness side effects, they actually gain a lot of money. But yeah, the whole anti-vax thing is pretty infuriating.
But, on the other hand, it's like, okay, like let them die off, let them get sick.
Yeah. Again, it's not really something... I guess it depends, but that's not something where, like, if, again, I'm outed or someone outs themselves in front of me as an anti-vaxxer, I'm not then like...
What, flat earth is a deal breaker?
No! Hello! You're not letting me finish. I'm saying, again, it's the same situation where, like, if I'm in the presence of an anti-vaxxer and don't know it, and then they say that, I'm, again, just, like, giggling to myself, and I'm like, okay, I no longer associate with this person. I'm not then going to be like, what's wrong with you? Because it's like, you're too far gone.
Right.
Believe this silly little lie and die off with the rest of them.
Right. Well, yeah. It's just if you're asking me what my like deal breakers are in terms of conspiracy theories.
Yes.
That's one.
Yeah, anti-vax is a good one.
I can kind of like, entertain certain conspiracy theories like aliens and that kind of stuff.
Well,
that's more fun.
I don't want to get too off topic, but let's not forget when you fully gaslit Mandy about there being a ghost in your apartment. Would you not entertain that?
Well, there's a lot
that she believes in ghosts.
There's a lot of accusations being thrown around in that sentence. Okay, gaslighting, and I'm sorry for the noise. That is my dog
pitter-pattering around.
She's super cute. She can do what she wants. And secondly, excuse me? But more importantly, how dare you? What do you mean, gaslighting?
I'm kidding with the gaslighting. But you're saying, okay, but you just said you could entertain certain conspiracy theories with aliens and things. And I'm not saying believing in ghosts is a conspiracy theory. But there was a huge debate where she believed that there was a ghost in the apartment, and you completely dismissed it. You didn't even entertain it, but you would entertain said aliens.
Well, if I believe it, then it becomes true.
Is that so? Is that how white men think?
Shout out to white men. You know who you are.
You're silly.